All right, folks, for our first panel for today, we have Jason Blount, aka Dances with Teslas at CyberBeATZ, our cyber sponsor, also founder of Tesla Bay TV. Maryann, aka X-Phoenix from Tesla Owners Florida, and JD Taylor, president of Tesla Owners Maryland. Give it up for the Tesla Owners Club leadership.
Am I getting on this one or got there? Here you go. Here we go.
Hello, hello.
Yep. There you go. Can you hear me now? And hear me now. Hello. Hello. Yeah, audio one. Oh, just back to 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, how we go? Let's rock and roll.
Hi guys, I'm Maryann, one of the Tesla Owner Florida ambassadors. But I'm glad to have met one of our Tesla Owners Maryland crew that they brought some other crew with us. I think they probably brought the most, right? If you're from Maryland, clap for me.
Woo!
Woo! Good job, guys. Thank you so much for making the trip all the way down. We appreciate you. You have given us some great incentives and advice, so thank you so much. But welcome, JD.
Yeah, we're down here to learn a little bit too, just to see how different clubs do different things and get some back input from you all and give you feedback on what we do. And it's been a good experience. We've already learned a few things.
Yeah, that's great. And then everybody knows Jason. He's like Mr. Made in America, so you have to know him. He does all the custom light shows that we have been doing lately. So if you've been to any of our events, chances are Jason did the light show, and he brings quite the flair. So if you haven't seen it, he did one in Disney that coordinated with the fireworks show at Disney. So just right outside of Disney from the backside, and that's available online. He's one of the hardest working light show people I've ever met. So really give it up for him. And he's going to have a light show for us, a couple light shows going on. We're going to have one tonight.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have one on 420.
Yep.
And then is there one on Earth Day? Did we get that?
That'll be a third one. Yep.
So we might be doing 3 light shows during the course of this event. So I hope you guys stick around. A lot of this stuff is optional, but we hope you come and join us for some of the fun events. We like to travel in groups. So we're glad to have you here. I'll let you speak a little bit about what you do and give some insight and what we have to expect here.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll jump right into tonight. So a lot of you are maybe joining tonight, and then there's quite a few that will be joining us at the location. So what we do is, especially if it's your first light show, tonight we're going to park in a formation, and we all work as a crew, especially if it's your first time, and we help each other learn how to do it. We'll do a practice run, but tonight we're going to park with a rocket and a guitar formation, which you'll see that in the drone footage later. You'll just see me work as we start to lay it out. And then tonight we're kind of pushing it to the limit a little bit because we're going to do a multi-car light show. So we have 3 or 4 shows tonight, so we're set up.
Exciting. So stick around. I know it's a little bit warm. The tent offers some shades and relief from the sun. I have a kids tent, but obviously there are no kids right now, so I really hope that you embody that kid spirit and come join me over in the kids tent, because I do have lightsabers, so we can play lightsaber wars. I have some squirt guns, and we can use the ice from the water buckets to squirt each other to cool off. And pretty soon I'll have some little RC Cybertrucks that we can wrap together, so it'll be a lot of fun, and we'll auction those off later. So stick around, we have a lot of stuff going on. JD, can you tell us a little bit about what your club does in Maryland? And I know we have a great relationship with Tesla, but they have even more of a relationship with Tesla. So as you're getting to know us, the Tesla Owners Florida group, you'll learn a little bit more about us. We pair with Tesla and we tell them some of the things that you're experiencing, so you don't have to do the work. So you can just message us and we'll go and talk to the Tesla people. But JD has done some cool things in Maryland that goes above and beyond that even. So I wanted you to touch on that for you if you don't mind.
Yeah, so what she's talking about, we actually pair up with a couple of the service centers in our local area. They invite us to come in and help answer questions. I don't know if you've gotten Teslas lately, but they basically will give you a key card and say your car's parked out there. And I actually had somebody, one time I saw them sitting in their car and they were just sitting in front of the Tesla service center. And I went up and said, oh, look like you got a new Tesla. How's it going? Well, how do I turn it on? They're sitting there trying to figure it out. So we actually pair up with the service centers, delivery centers, and go out and help answer questions for new people. But we also do the FSD drive. Now in Maryland, I think they're doing this mostly throughout the country. They require that the Tesla showroom give you an FSD drive in your brand new car, just to show that everything works and to get the people used to what FSD and hopefully get it in the subscription. What we do is we do that for them. We take the FSD drive and we talk about the vehicle, give them that first introduction to the vehicle, and that frees up the specialists to go ahead and do other parts of the delivery. It's been fun. It's a good way to introduce them to our club as well. We can kind of advertise the club to everybody walking in as well as people that get the drives to.
Yeah, when JD told me about this, I was extremely impressed. My first experience in a Tesla, I'll be quite frank, I don't own a Tesla yet. I am dealing with an injury and I can't drive. I'm limited. Doctor has said I can't drive, so I'm hoping that one day I can get a prescription for FSD and that will be covered and I can write it off on my taxes. So if you have any specialists out there that know how to make that happen, let me know. But I did do a test drive before this injury, and I felt like a bucket of nerves. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was scared to death I was going to launch it until I picked it up at a shopping mall, and I was afraid I was going to launch it into something because I didn't know what I was doing. So no tutorial, kind of going in blind for a test drive, it really freaked me out. And it almost was the point where I decided not to buy a Tesla, actually. So when JD told me about this, I was like, a lot of people from Tesla and friends, like if you're on X, I'm on X, I'm X Phoenix. I actually went out seeking information, and a lot of the people on Tesla and friends encouraged me to go out and try it again and ask an advisor at Tesla to do the test drive with me. And I did that one day, but they're quite busy, and so it took her several hours to get to me. I didn't mind because then I talked to every person that came in to buy a Tesla, and it was amazing. But when I finally did do it, she actually told me that she hadn't gotten a chance to use the newest version of FSD, and she herself was blown away by the advancement of it. And this was like about a year and a half ago. So I'm just saying, like, this secondary measure where Tesla owners clubs come in and facilitate that owner's experience where you can show a newbie how to use FSD, how to drive a Tesla, that was the turning point for me. It was a huge difference for me, and I know Tesla is going to be my next car. So that is one way that Tesla owners can embrace people who are on the fence or kind of struggling to adapt to EVs. You guys can use your own Teslas, give your friends a test drive, and so I encourage that, but the Owners Club doing that is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, let me add to that too. First of all, who here rides with FSD all the time?
Woo, that's amazing.
That's really good. So one of the things we just started doing, and I actually belong to another group as well, called Moncello, and we partner with them all the time. And one of the things we just did a little while ago, actually my wife and I, we did a FSD experience drive for senior citizens. And that is a really good demographic to introduce full self-driving to.
Amazing.
And the response to the people that were on the drive, they just were flabbergasted. They couldn't believe what FSD can do. And I was going to say, anybody who doesn't drive an FSD, you've got to go out and try it now with our 4 and 14.2 and 14.3. It is amazing. 99% of my drives on FSD, and introducing it to these seniors. The comments they got back, really good questions, and they really were interested in it. And I think some of them are interested in going out and buying a Tesla just because of FSD.
I actually just saw on X a post about a grandma that went out and bought a Tesla with FSD because it gave her back her autonomy to drive, and she was like an older lady who couldn't drive. So it is doing great things, and we have a lot more ahead of us coming out with Elon pushing for this TerraFab project that they're doing for the chips that are going into the Optimus robot. So it also will work with the FSD to make it the autonomous learning a little bit more proficient. So as you're kind of looking at what's coming down the pipeline, you're going to hear TerraFab, and what that basically is a way to mass produce the chips that the Optimus and the Tesla vehicles run off of. And it might not sound like a lot, but it's really a game changer because it's going to eliminate a high cost point for chipset when they can build it themselves. So it's going to bring down the cost point for Tesla and Optimus enough for them to make it affordable. So just keep in mind, like the senior citizens that are going into these Teslas, they're basically going to be paying what they would be paying for a new car anyway. So this is a great way to tell your grandparents or the older people that you know that coming down the pipeline, having FSD, that's going to be a little bit less on the supervised spectrum because it is going into that full autonomous. This might be a great way to invest their money in their older age to get them back out on the roads and get them back out experiencing life and activities and events such as this that will bring some joy to their lives. Like we're just at our owners club in particular, we're out here just trying to facilitate camaraderie. We want to bring our owners together and make sure that when we're traveling in those groups that we feel a sense of safety and joy. And I know from our feedback that we've gotten from our members, that's exactly what they do. One of our members went up to the Chattanooga Charge and she's like, I would not have done this off-roading event by myself ever. So having these big groups are amazing, and all of those who are contributing to them, going to the events, you're making it happen. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for continuing to drive forward and join us all around the world, because now there's owners clubs over, they're doing Tesla takeover in Europe and Australia. So it's all over the world now, and it gives us opportunity to travel together and develop stronger bonds as a community. And Jason is working that angle as well. So can you share, I know you have been adding in a lot of charitable causes to some of your events, which also opens up us to giving opportunities. And I know, Carson, our club is an organization, so it's not for profit. So there's a lot of great things happening within the Tesla community, and it's all because the camaraderie that started with like these small owners clubs that are pushing it forward. So we thank you guys as being patrons coming to those events and making it happen. So thank you.
Yeah, it's to your point of community, and that's how the charitable part came into it. With the network that I had grown over the years of just being consistent with this, somebody tagged me on a girl that was battling cancer, and within 72 hours, the Cybertruck community it was amazing. I still get goosebumps thinking about it. And we just took over the town of Lakeland. This girl never even seen a Cybertruck, and then there's dozens of them singing for her. And but that's what the community is about, and it's just about giving back. And then, but even that was a special moment. But like you said, there's people that feel the community and feel like they're part of something, and which they are. And many members came up to chat charge as a great example. And that's how it's been, though. Now I'm going on almost 6 years of these meetups every month, and so the stories that I hear of people that they're either their dad-daughter night or it's just some special moment that they get to share against this community.
It is the community, and I've gotten friendships. I don't know about you. I mean, I can tell you we're going to be fast friends because it was just I met him at the dinner, and instantly his club members we were just exchanging ideas and thoughts. And I know here, like when we do these events in our area and we're talking to our owners, we're getting ideas, but when we come together with these different owners clubs, we can all collectively come up with better programs for our owners. Like you tell us what you want to see in terms of a party or in terms of get-togethers, and we'll get it all planned out, and then you just get to come and have fun.
Yeah, so that's part of why we come down to these kind of events. I know we're hoping to have our own event like this next year. I've got to get a location and a date, so that's up to me. But we also partner up with Pennsylvania. We do classes, online classes with them. We used to do a lot more than we have lately, but we'll probably get back to that. We're going to the Tesla Summer Meetup in Michigan, and you got a chance. That's in June. That's awesome. They had close to 200, I believe, cars there for a light show, but more so, they had a custom light show that was written, and it was synchronized with the drone show, like 1,000 drones. And it was so cool. They're going to do that again this year. It's worth the trip for that. And we've been trying to do that. There's no place in the DC area you can fly drones, so you really need specialized exceptions for that. But it's definitely, that's going to be worth the trip, and we had a lot of fun doing that. A lot of YouTubers will show up for that as well, and I know we have Bearded Tesla here today.
Hey, Bearded Tesla.
So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I did not see, only saw that drone show online. I couldn't. You were there in person?
Oh yeah. We kind of partnered up with them to help out, and Simon, I don't know if you know Simon,
Of course.
yeah, we've had him in Maryland a few times.
Awesome.
So yeah,
that was that, and that just adds another element because the light shows are already, especially as long as you have a couple dozen together, it is so cool. But then to have that many and the drones, like that's a moment
That's really cool. Are they doing a drone again in Michigan? You said?
Yeah, they said they're doing the drone. Right, Ty?
That's the summer event.
He's talking. Hey, Ty. They're doing the drone show again, right in Michigan.
Or will there be drones in Michigan? Is the question. Confirm or deny? To be determined.
There is speculation.
TBD.
There is speculation.
Let's hype it up. Let's hype it up so that they can pull
It
it
is
off.
a big deal. I mean, we got some special costs, or they got some special costs on the first one. Now it costs a lot to do it. Actually, we're trying to earn money up for one in Maryland. But it is a big expense. And then when you synchronize it, it's a lot of work to do that synchronization.
Yeah, the hours to go into all
Really?
that. Yeah, and I priced out the drones. Especially when you get up to that many. How many was the?
I believe it's about 1,000 drones.
Once you get over 800, it's over the top.
That's crazy. I wonder if they travel. Like Jason travels and
They
he does his light
definitely
shows.
do. They're international.
So for those who are interested, we'll have to figure out a link that we can share out for the people that are doing the drone show, so that other owners clubs can maybe coordinate with them to do something special. That would be great. If you can get their information, we could definitely pass that on. Did you have anything else you wanted to share? Or?
All kinds of stuff. Let's just sit back, relax. No, I want to talk more about community, I guess, and light, because that's where the light shows came. That's how I got into it more. I was running the Tampa Bay Tesla Club for years, which we've grown to about 15,000 members in that area. But what I noticed is people love the light shows. It's just kind of a nice cap off. It's just fun to sync. And we've been doing it since back in the day when you would just slam your door, and I'd say now, and then there was no custom show, there was no set time. We just were all vibrating together, kind of. But we'd get rooftops in downtown Tampa, and that was years ago. And then I got inspired by Simon because I followed Simon for years, and I would see some of his custom shows, so I started studying how to do it myself.
You ever find a way to get the public involved where the public can see the light shows? I mean, we have, of course, all the Tesla people come out, but I'd love to have some way to get the public exposed to the light shows.
A few times. I have some good stories. You know where I'm going, probably. So I've had some great experiences with the public coming. I did a show in Buffalo, New York, Niagara Falls rally, and then we ended at this Made in America store is what it was called, and a lot of trucks and public came. They were just curious. They wanted to see Cybertrucks, and then they were actually blown away by the light show. They had no idea we could sync all up, and so they loved it. And I've had a few times with the public, at the Disney thing, the public people, we had almost 80 Teslas, and we synced to the fireworks for 18 minutes, and people just were like, they had no idea.
They came over, we were at a restaurant area, so we overtook their parking lot. We kind of got permission, because we all just went in and ordered a slice of pizza, and we're customers now. So, just so you know. But so many people on that one came up and were like, what's going on here? And we were in Chattanooga, and we went in the off-roading event. This is like serious off-roading. It's like woods. There's people camping in just regular tents and in like no power. So they come down from like their campsite and they're like, everything okay? What's going on here? So they see a convoy of these, I think, how many were there? Like 100? I think 100 people kind of showed up in Cybertrucks at Chattanooga Charge, and the guy came down and he's like, what's going on? And we're like, it's all good, everything's fine. we're just a bunch of enthusiasts, and we wanted to make sure you knew what a Cybertruck looked like. So they had a lot of fun though, doing the off-roading events, and a lot of people, like when they see the Cybertruck, which is like a top dollar kind of vehicle, you don't first think of taking it off-road, but really it can handle it. And Colorado Man Cave Mike, he proved it when at one of our big events, he actually did donuts on the racetrack at the Speedway. So if he can do donuts and drifting on a Speedway, he can certainly handle a little off-roading. So don't be afraid to get your Tesla dirty. It's washable, I promise. And then just like really get adventurous with your Tesla a little bit. It's been amazing to see what they can handle beyond just the typical drive.
It is now on the donuts story. We'll go into this. So that was Cyberfest last year. We took over a racetrack with Cybertrucks. It was amazing. If you Google Cyberfest and Furious, you'll see all kinds of stuff. And we're doing it again this year. Man Cave Mike came all the way from Colorado, and we had all kinds of amazing Cybertrucks there. So the venue that hosted us, just a good old boy venue type of drag strip.
Original Florida guys.
And
you're gonna smell gasoline even if they're not driving.
But he loved it. He especially loved the light show. We did Metallica and different shows, and he ended up buying a Cybertruck and really enjoyed it. So he had the great idea for us Tesla owners to put on a light show for the public in the middle of drag night, drag racing, with we're surrounded by hundreds of good old Florida, we'll just leave it like that, good old Florida boys and girls. Let me just say, we were trolled. It was like reading the comment section of what you can realize what Tesla people say. We're just sitting there. I was loving it because
it's fine, because there is some confidence in knowing that your car can literally beat any of them. There was one person that I thought we're going to have trouble with. He had the jet car. But the jet car had no function, so a jet car can't even beat a Tesla. So it's just really a lot of fun to see what these cars can do, and to see what the owners can do. Because when you're not limited by the speed limit, and you can take it on a racetrack.
That's what she was saying. So Kristen, who will be here tonight in her Cyber Beast, she was there that night, and she was beating people all night, so no wonder we were getting heckled. They were getting smoked by a lady driving a Cybertruck.
A lady driving a Cybertruck, and she calls her white Cybertruck. It's two-tone, white with black, and it's called BC, and Kristen is one of the coolest chicks you're ever going to meet. She actually gave me the opportunity to go off-roading in Chattanooga, so I had a blast with her. She's awesome. She'll crank up the radio and take on anyone. She loves to race, guys, so be careful.
So yeah, but otherwise, usually the public has been pretty cool, but now I've learned my lesson. We don't stop a gas event to bring Teslas on the middle of the thing and try to do a light show.
It's still fun. It's still fun because that also actually intrigued a lot of people, I'm sure. They're like, what the heck?
And we had a Model 3 professional drifter show up later, and they all their mouths were
So part of one of the things we also do is we show up at a lot of the car shows, gas car shows. We try to bring EVs out there, especially Teslas. And that's a lot of fun because you get so many good questions from other car people. They just don't realize. We keep telling them, hey, this is the new muscle car.
I mean, it can do a light show. It can be a boombox. It can do so many other things that regular cars really aren't equipped to do. And if you do have that ability to do it, you've gone to measures to do aftermarket things to make it happen. So Tesla, you really get your money's worth because it's not just the car. It's the show.
That's what I like about Cybertruck. You can drag race a Maserati or Lamborghini and beat it, and then you can go up and drive off-roading, going through creeks and valleys and things like that, or you can drive a family to wherever you're going and pack everything up in the back. It's just such a versatile vehicle, and it's hard as hell. You can't hurt it.
Yeah, I was just at a supercar event in Miami 2 weeks ago, or last weekend, and there were Tesla employees there with Cybertrucks, and they said that the supercar people whisper, like they come up and they're like, hey, they ask questions like they don't want other people to see them. They're definitely curious.
When I was at Chattanooga Charge, I got the opportunity to speak to a lady who works with EV Association, and so she was talking about them doing more events with Tesla and kind of teaming together, and I think she was from Michigan actually too. So there are just a lot of opportunities out there. She was telling me that there's a lot of grants out there for EVs and stuff, so that's another thing that our owners clubs need to kind of get on board with, is looking up EV grants out there. So if you're from a different owners club and you're looking for tricks and tips, that was one thing that she had told me, that as an EV association they're doing, and you do kind of have to be an organization affiliated with that kind of metrics, but there are funds out there for that to create more education, especially, she was telling me. So if you're doing educational things, try to go out there and seek that educational monies that are out there in grants too.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Carson, should I run through the schedule for the rest of the year real quick? All my light shows?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, let's do that, because it's pretty awesome. A few of them are...
Q&A.
Huh?
After that Q&A.
Okay, perfect. So, obviously tonight, if you can make it, it will be one of the coolest things that we've done so far, because everyone will have a slightly different variation for the light show. And then we're going to do the Disney one again, if you ever want to do that one next weekend. May 2nd in Miami, I'm doing a Phil Collins in the Air Tonight Miami Vice light show, Cybertruck show down in Miami. So
Miami Vice? Do you have a Miami Vice car coming?
Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun.
have the poster behind you,
Are you going to have a Miami Vice car there? And
Probably, somehow. Yeah.
I have a Miami Vice car.
Countach on the way. No, we're gonna have Cybertruck singing in the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, and then May 23rd, I'll be in Niagara Falls. We're gonna be doing some really cool stuff up in New York, and then June 27th, I will be in Colorado hosting a rally to my land out there, and then we'll go from there. And then, well, the summer stuff, I'll be at other events. However, the last one, my major show will be November Cyberfest, the Cybertruck Festival. So if you have a Cybertruck, that will be in Clearwater. We take over the racetrack again. We're doing off-roading November 14th, third annual. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, let us know about that. We can maybe help publicize that for you, especially the ones all around the area like me.
Confirmed right now on stage. Yes, sir.
I think Man Cave said he was going to come to that one.
He
again, too.
did confirm.
And he's like a little boy when he does the donuts, guys. So if you ever wanted to do donuts, that's the one to come to.
Justin, are you coming, please? Yes, confirmed. All right.
All right, perfect.
And that's 24.
Put them on
Already
top.
have, there you go. The Cybertruck, another one confirmed. I know Steve, the other Steve got a truck too. I know he's going to come, so sweet.
All right.
And Q&A will close it out. Perfect. Anybody have any Q's for the 8th?
Any questions? Go
Light
ahead.
show questions, event ideas, FSD ideas, anything.
Feedback to Tesla. Let us know.
So Jason,
There you go.
what's your creative process? How do you start with music or what?
So it definitely starts with the music, because first of all, if I can't see it in my mind in the first 10 or 30 seconds, I'm like, I can't create the show, because I feel like it's gotta grab the person right at the beginning. And then I don't start programming the light show until I've listened to the song like, I don't know, dozens of times on the low end. And then I start to find the beats in my mind, see what would look cool, and then it's hours of programming manually. Yeah.
That answer? Any other questions?
Going.
Well, if you guys have any questions for the Maryland Tesla Owners Club, my vice president's here, Jeff, our media director, back in the back tie, and my wife Colleen, who's just got a brand new X, and I have the Cybertruck out there, and we're glad to answer questions.
If you just want to chat, I'm here for you. Like I said, I hope you take advantage of the kid tent. Even though there are no kids here, we can be kids at heart, and we can have some fun out there. Somebody better use the lightsabers. I want to see a lightsaber fight. So, Jason?
Actually, I hope there's a few more lightsabers, because part of the light show, this lightsaber action. So I want people swinging, like that's kind of,
Okay.
so yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So definitely, I will hold one in a minute.
Perfect.
I brought two of mine, so.
Oh, there we go. It's already a party tonight.
I was vetoed when I tried to bring my nice one.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah.
don't want to take that one.
There's lightsaber, then there's a lightsaber.
Yeah, the lightsaber I have is like the one that was like from the movie. It's like heavy and stuff. So.
I have the Mandalorian one.
You have one?
The dark lightsaber.
Oh, really?
You know that one?
Yeah, of course. All right, thank you all. Perfect. Sweet.
May the
May the torque be with you. May the torque be with you.
Thank you, guys.
Question yet?
Oh, good question.
Question? Okay, that's a great question. Huh?
Repeat the question.
The question is, where will the light show be? So, because of the formation, it's a huge open parking lot right next to a Family River Lanes bowling center is what it's called, Family River Lanes. It's in Titusville. It's about 30 minutes north of here, 25 minutes north of here. And that's 6:30, between 6:30 and 7:30 will be the parking, because it's pretty big formation. I'm expecting, I need at least 40, which we'll have. And then at about 8 p.m. at sunset, the light show will begin. And we've got quite a few amazing new ones that no one's ever seen. Yep, that's it. Woo!
Now, definitely take advantage of our food trucks outside. We have the crab cake, or the mac and cheese and crab cake company. They're on diners, drive-ins, and dives. Guy Fieri has a favorite sandwich there. The owner is actually here with us today, so definitely let him make your food for you because he does a phenomenal job. We have a barbecue truck out there too, and Italian ice to cool you down. I know it's a little hot. Mr. JD here has some cool stuff on his Cybertruck, and as the day progresses, we'll have more people filling in. Everyone's kind of chilling today, coming in. We have more people that have bought tickets, and so they'll be here. So just hang out with us. There's a Walmart across the street, so if you want to, mill around, there is some local stuff like right around the area, and definitely take advantage of Tesla doing some test drives. If you haven't driven any of the vehicles, they're doing test drives today, so definitely check with them.
And if you need a bathroom, the bathroom's right near the entrance. You've got to go to that bathroom. It's cool in there. It's a portable bathroom, but I've never seen one like that. It's like
glamping for bathrooms.
It is amazing. So it's hooked up to the Cybertruck over there, right near the entrance.
There's also like a flyer in the bathroom, so that if you're looking for one for your event, definitely connect with them. They're using a Cybertruck to actually power the facility. So there's plenty of things that you can do with your Cybertruck beyond just driving it. Just keep that in mind. So that was one of the cool things about that particular provider. So Carson, are you gonna take over the stage? Carson has been in mega planning mode for this event for months, and he has done a phenomenal job. If you guys can give Carson a round of applause. You have no idea how many government entities this man has had to work with to make this happen. Beyond just the coordination with Tesla in general. Again, we have great relations with Tesla, so if you have any feedback that you want to get to Tesla, Carson is a great advocate for you, along with anyone in our club and apparently in the Maryland club. So definitely make sure you're utilizing your resources with our owners clubs, okay?
Thank you so much, Maryann. It's not possible without cyber leaders like yourself. So thank you again to Maryann, Jason, Zach, David, Divinity, Viviana, AJ, all of our cyber leaders and cyber volunteers. Thanks again. We're going to take a little bit of a break before our next cyber speakers.